Hey guys, it's Kyle here from Unboxed Autos, and today we are here in Michigan in a snowstorm, and we have a really cool vehicle we're here reviewing today. I'll give you a couple quick little hints. First, the back of the key is done in the interior color of the car. Number two, monogram headrests. And number three, it has a V12 engine under the hood, twin turbocharged, of course, making over 660 foot-pounds of torque. What could it be? And before us here today, we have the 2022 Rolls-Royce Cullinan Black Badge. This video really is just going to be about the Cullinan in this winter snowstorm. I actually just got into town just for this storm. We were able to get hooked up here with the 2022 Cullinan Black Badge. Now, these are not typical Cullinan wheels, for the Black Badge anyway. Right here we have the special winter tires on this guy right here. So we have a little bit more rubber than normal, and we have the winter wheels on here. Still have the center weighted hubs, and that also includes the interior color. So depending on the interior color, if you want, you can get that here as a pinstripe in the center hub. That's also here on the car as well. So always a neat touch. Love that Rolls-Royce does that. They also do that with the key too. So depending on the color of the interior, you can get your key in that as well. So we are here, like I said, in Michigan. They're expecting about a foot of snow, and not a better car to really experience that in than a 6,000-pound Rolls-Royce that has a twin turbocharged V12 engine under the hood. Again, with the winter tires, which is really going to make all of the difference. So we're going to go ahead, guys, and hop inside, take it for a drive, kind of feel, what it's like to drive a $500,000 car in a winter snowstorm. All right, guys, so we are here inside the Cullinan Black Badge. Now, as we can see here, just by this door panel, I mean, the craftsmanship is unrivaled. We have leather all the way down the side pillars. Yeah, we have this really soft, really good material here. Just even overcoating the windows. We have real metal trim. Everything's real, obviously. We have the door handles are sort of integrated right here seamlessly into the top. Very sleek, very stylish. We have the monogram Rolls-Royce signature right here. Beautiful. Now this is all handcrafted, done by hand. In Goodwood in England. Now, this vehicle is really, again, unrivaled in regards to not just the craftsmanship, the quality, but also to the level of customizability. This is literally one of an unlimited combination of colors, of interior schemes that you can get. Now, one thing that's really cool about Black Badge is this woven carbon fiber. Now this right here is actually a 21-day process for the craftsmen to do. So they go ahead, they do this woven carbon fiber, and then they put 6 different layers of coating on top of it to really just give it that shine, that crystal clear look, and it's really beautiful. Again, it takes 21 days to do 6 coats, and then they go ahead and review it and make sure it's perfect. Just like everything inside the Cullinan, everything is perfect. These are all beautifully stitched. Everything is hand done. So it's really neat too to watch the videos of them over there in England doing the work. It's a very beautiful process. Now, in addition to the ultimate level of customization for any Rolls-Royce vehicle that you can get, it's really just an amazing process. So again, not just that you can have it done, but just the level of quality in which the way that they do it is unrivaled. For instance, this seam up here on the door panel, it's perfect. This is it's a rounded seam. It's a little harder to work things into there, but it feels perfect. It's very tight, and it's just amazing. Now, we also have these really cool air vent controls. So if you want this closed, you push in, you pull out. It's mechanical, so it's not electronic like some cars. It's all mechanical, which is neat. Beautiful air vents, and they move in a 360-degree direction however you want them. Again, as I mentioned before, we have the engine start stop button on the left hand side. That's a throwback to the old racing days from Rolls-Royce, and you'll see that on Bentley as well, and Porsche for that matter. But we have the light controls here, panel controls for our instrument cluster, which is digital, and then we have night vision as well. Can detect people and deer at night, which is very helpful from a safety perspective. Now, very simple gauges. The black badge gauges here, though, they have a little red needling on the end. They have a little bit of a different design, a little sportier. Low mode, if you engage low mode, the engine gets a little bit louder. It creates a quicker engine response. So sort of like a sport mode, if you will. It's very apparent in black badge, the more aggressive engine tones. We also have the signature black badge right there, logo. And we have a beautiful clock as well. There are different clocks you can choose from on Rolls-Royce vehicles. Again, we continue to see the 6-layer carbon fiber throughout. We have the Rolls-Royce bespoke audio system. Really, again, love this particular color combination that Rolls-Royce decided to go with. I think it's a very, very calming color. Really like that. In the center here, we have the Spirit of Ecstasy. Now, she is also the hood ornament on the front that we talked about. She's seen here just one time on the interior. And this is controlling, the multimedia system up here. We also, are able to go ahead and control her. She's automatic right now, so as you can see, she's up there looking out for us at the front. Now we can lower her just by the press of a button from inside. If perhaps, it's not a good time to have her out, maybe the weather's bad, etc. But can raise and lower her just with the press of a button. And we also have touch controls up here for our radio stations. So if we want to go ahead and plug in satellite radio, different our favorite stations, we do that all from right here. We have our signature Rolls-Royce air vent HVAC buttons. So it's soft, then there's an intermediate in between soft and medium, again an intermediate in between medium and high, and then max. Okay, so we also have these dials here. The top represents up here, and the bottom represents the footwell area. We have 3 different levels of heated seats and cooled seats. We have 1 level of heated steering wheel, and of course 3 levels as well of cooled seats. We have our recirc button, AC off, rear defrost, front defrost. All right, there's more storage compartments here. We have cup holders. Now, a unique thing to note about the Rolls-Royce keys is that depending on your interior color, that's what the back of the key is done in. So we have the baby blue interior, we have matching leather. If you did a purple interior, it would be the same. Okay, Rolls-Royce logo here to lock, you press that. To unlock is this. Trunk is this one right here, and then panic is this little button right there. Very nice functional key, very beautiful, and I love the touch that whatever your interior color is, you can get the key done in that as well. Just a nice little touch that Rolls-Royce does. And we have a plentiful amount of cameras here. We're able to raise the vehicle, and yeah, there's also an off-road mode, a hill descent control mode right here. But as far as the cameras go, plenty of different camera options. So right now we're looking at our front view, but if we want, we can go all the way around the vehicle and look for the different parking areas, angles, to make sure that we're not hitting anything. Very important, obviously, in a car not just this expensive, but this size as well. There's the Rolls-Royce steering wheel. We have distance guided cruise control. We have our buttons right here seamlessly integrated into the steering wheel. Cruise control right there. But as you can see, there's not a lot going on, and it's like that for a reason. It's the driving experience is supposed to be a very calming experience, very quiet experience. And that is very much apparent in the interior, right? There's not a lot going on, and I love it that way. There's just simply a twin-turbocharged V engine up there, all-wheel drive, and just the quietest, most pleasant driving experience that you'll ever really have on the road. And that's what really Rolls-Royce is all about, creating experiences. And that's such a great everyday driving car as well. The Cullinan is their top-selling model right now for a reason. That's because it really allows people to do, what they want when they want to. Right? It's actually a very practical vehicle. We're going to go ahead now, unlock the doors, and we're going to go ahead and check out the rear seats. Okay. So this vehicle, is great to be driven in as well. Plenty of space back here. Now we have our door controls right here, so we can go ahead and hold that down, and that will go ahead and closes up. Okay, so tons of legroom back here, and we also have 2 air vents right here, which again we have that awesome control module right here. Beautiful, feels like something that would almost be on a watch. Door window controls right here, door handles right here. But yeah, just very comfortable, tons of space, very spacious. I am 5'10", have the seat in front of me to exactly how I want it, and there's literally way more legroom than I need. Huge vehicle, very, very comfortable, wonderful road trip vehicle, great for families. And yeah, we have the leather actually wraps around here to the side here, so that's very nice. We have 2 different options here for cup holders. We have this right here, a little storage. Now this is the 3 rear seat configuration. There are other configurations as well, which offer a more luxury in the back if you wish. I like this though. It's the most practical. Cullinan is a very practical vehicle. All-wheel drive, plenty of ground clearance, large rear seat, and yeah, I think that this makes a lot of sense. All right, guys, so we are here driving the 2022 Cullinan. We have winter snow tires on the vehicle. So obviously, when you combine a 6,000-pound car, and then you combine that with all-wheel drive and snow tires, not to mention the V12 with 662 foot-pounds of torque at just 1,700 RPMs, you really can go wherever you want to. And I think that's really what the Cullinan represents very well. It's really about people who live an active lifestyle that want something that can be extremely luxurious, extremely customizable, but also, if they want to go to Aspen for the weekend, they can do that and not have to worry about it, right? Before, many years ago, with Rolls-Royce, say 5-6 years ago, that wasn't really an option. If you owned a Rolls-Royce, it was your fair weather car. You would take it to dinner in Beverly Hills on the weekend, or maybe you take it, from San Francisco down to LA, or vice versa, right? It wasn't really this adventure machine, which really is what Cullinan can be if you want it to be. And I think the people who are buying it are. And the Rolls-Royce ownership, as far as people buying the vehicles, they're younger than ever before. They're actually younger than the BMW buyers, which obviously is really interesting. And I think it's cars like this and Ghost that make the biggest impact with that. So, I think the ultimate expression of luxury is being able to do what you want whenever you want to do it, right? And that's what this vehicle perfectly represents. You want to go to dinner at night, have a great experience, comfortable, maybe get chauffeured to dinner. This is a great car for that. You want to drive it yourself, pick up the kids from soccer practice and take a few of their friends, this car can do that too. If you want to take, you and a few friends to Aspen for the weekend up in the snow, this can do that too. It's really very versatile, and that is what makes the Cullinan special. And again, it's their best-selling vehicle, so clearly people desire that out of the brand. And I think Rolls-Royce is a phenomenal brand to introduce the SUV. I think, obviously Lamborghini has their SUV, and that's cool, but really when you think of a brand, you think of luxury, you think of being able to do what you want, you think of Rolls-Royce. And that's why I think the SUV fits so well inside the Rolls-Royce portfolio, and that is because it fits the brand identity so well. Sure, again, Lamborghini SUV, cool, drives really great. Obviously Ferrari's coming out with one. It would be nice, right? But at the end of the day, if you are buying an SUV, you want it to be very large, very comfortable, and very capable. And that is what the Cullinan is. And it's really just a joy to drive. With the air suspension, like any Rolls-Royce vehicles, they call it their magic carpet ride. We have tons of cameras monitoring the road for bumps and imperfections, and then adjust the air suspension accordingly within milliseconds. I mean, we know this, and it has that, obviously. And that's, again, makes it such a unique experience. And it's really a special treat. You really do feel different when you're driving a Rolls-Royce. Really more so, unlike any other vehicle. It's a very unique experience. And I think what also makes it so unique is how quiet it is. I cannot hear the engine running right now. There is literally, you feel no cabin vibrations, right? Even when you start up from a cold start, you don't feel a single cabin vibration. And that's unlike any other vehicle I've ever been in. I've been in the Bentleys, the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris, everything. This is unlike any other vehicle in regards to refinement and calmness. This is such a calming car to drive. And that's in part because it's so quiet. You don't feel any, again, cabin vibrations. With the twin-turbocharged V12 engine, it's just effortless power. It feels like you're driving an electric car with an unlimited band of power. You don't feel the gears shift. And it's such a unique experience. It's great. And then we have technology right here, right? It's saying we can park the car right there. Okay, we don't want to do that right now. I had that turned on, so I was searching for a parking spot. So, hey, you know what? That's, it's a great feature, especially for such a large car. If you need to parallel park it, you don't feel super confident doing it yourself, the car can do it for you, right? That's what we have technology for, to help aid us with that. And I'll end it on this, and that is, sure, the Cullinan is a 6,000-pound SUV, which is, it's very large, but I wouldn't want anybody to be scared, if you will, to drive such a large car, because it doesn't feel as big as it is. And sure, it is, it is very large, and you can definitely tell it's large just sitting up here. I mean, the hood is, in and of itself, is extremely long. It's practically as long as a tiny car itself. But with the all-wheel drive and with just how effortlessly it is to steer this vehicle, and it's really not a big deal to drive it. And I think once you get more people, behind the wheel who are used to maybe driving a smaller car, the Cullinan really doesn't feel that much larger because of how refined and quiet and easy it is to maneuver. Well, hey, I really appreciate you joining me today for this review here on the 2022 Rolls-Royce Cullinan Black Badge Edition here in this Michigan Wonderland today. Again, down in the description below, you'll go ahead and you'll find our winter driving video, more of a winter experience about the Cullinan, and then, of course, a few written articles as well. If you care to check those out, feel free. And as always, drop any comments or questions below. If you want to have any additional clarification on anything in the video, or if you have any questions about the Cullinan itself, feel free again to drop those in the comment section below, and I would love to answer them. All right, take care.